Virgo, welcome to your reading. So let's start here with your present energy. Let's find out what's influencing you right now. What is it that you need to focus on? Tell me about your past. Tell me about your near future. What else do you need to know? So bottom of the deck here, Virgo, I'm getting the World. So it feels a lot like you're at the end of some sort of cycle. It does feel that way, but it also feels like you're resisting it in a way, if that makes sense. I'm getting a lot of resistance from you. Your current energy is the Four of Pentacles. So now I get the resistance. And it's being influenced with the Page of Wands in reverse. So this is about you sitting in your own foundation, your own stability, just establishing everything for yourself and not really taking any actions that are contrary to this. So what I'm getting is that you're not really interested in moving forward right now. You're really fine with kind of staying where it is, where things are, because what you're afraid of most is losing the foundation that you've built for yourself. And so if that means staying in your current energy, you're okay with that, because you're not okay with being vulnerable or open to anything. It has a lot to do with all this healing that you're still going through. So the Ten of Swords, the universe is trying to close this cycle out for you. All of this hurt, all of this pain that you've been through in the past, the universe really wants you to focus on and like really spend the time and the energy to kind of dig into it, because it's trying to help you heal so you can close this chapter of your life. In the past position, there is the Hanged Man. So there was something that you needed to see clearly. And so the universe gave you this opportunity to really take that step back, evaluate the situation, evaluate your actions, your responses to things, all of the above. And now you're seeing things from a completely different perspective. Your strength here, King of Wands in the upright. So when you are ready to take action, you are going full gusto. This is not something, when you make a decision, you decide to act, you put all of your effort and energy behind that action. That's where your strength is. It's also not where you're sitting right now. And so this is the universe trying to guide you into this new chapter of your life. I'm seeing the Fool here in reverse in your near future position, because this is you not being ready to start over. This is still you closing out this chapter and maybe holding on to something for a little bit longer than you should. But what it's actually doing for you is it's creating this imbalance. Right now, things aren't balanced, and the universe is trying to help you get to a place where things can be balanced. So if you're closed to new opportunities that would actually put this in the upright, that's where you're sitting right now. You're not allowing new experiences to come in. Not really, not in a meaningful way. Eight of Swords in reverse. So what this tells me is that you've actually put in a lot of work already, and you've already been doing a lot of the soul searching and digging in. You've spent a lot of time in your head, really kind of restricting yourself on things, but you're approaching the end of this cycle, and the universe is trying to get you across the finish line. Seven of Wands here, hope or fear. You are so tired of having to defend all of your actions, everything that you've done, everything that you've said, every response that you had. You don't feel like you should be taking 100% of the blame when it comes to everything. But what I really like in your outcome position is this Magician. So this is about manifesting something new for yourself. This is about bringing about really what it is that you want. So when you make the decision here, and when you really put it out to the universe that this is what you're looking for, you're going to start to get some of those signs that that's exactly what you're going to be getting. I might not be being too clear on that, but what it really is coming down to is if you want new opportunities, put them out to the universe. They'll start presenting themselves. They may not present themselves in the way that you expect, but they're going to start presenting themselves. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles here. So Knight of Pentacles in the uprights, there is still some learning that you're trying to do here. You're not unaware of what's happening around you. I know that's kind of a double negative almost, but it's one of those things that you know what's happening, but you're also not really willing to change it either. So let's find out more about this Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords for Virgo. Not surprised. This is the Hermit. This is actually about all the energy and time that you have been spending trying to figure out exactly what it is that caused you pain. How do you kind of avoid this in the future? What are those kind of almost red flags, but more warning signs? Not quite a red flag, but more of like, well, this could go down that path if I let it. But the universe is also trying to help you. You know what that is, but you also know what it means to get you beyond that. How do you move beyond it? You already have essentially the playbook on how to get past it, so it's a matter of executing. Tell me about the Hanged Man in reverse. Ace of Swords. So when you were in this position and you were starting to really see things as they were, it allowed you the opportunity to start releasing some of this stuff. But like I said, you've made a lot of progress so far, but you're still sitting on the not quite right side of the finish line. So you can see the finish line, you're just not crossing it. Tell me about the King of Wands. Knight of Swords. So when you do make a decision to move forward with your life, you're not going to waste any time doing it. You're just going to go right out and do it. Again, this is really, it's coming through pretty strongly, but it's getting you to that point where you're ready to move forward. That takes the long time. That takes all the struggle and all the pain that you've been going through. You spent a lot of time in that energy. Tell me about the Fool here in reverse. The Moon. It feels like part of what's holding you back is that you just don't trust you're seeing things clearly. You feel like things are being withheld from you, that in the future, you're not going to be able to see the full picture of something until it's too late or until it's already over. You don't want to have to keep almost hindsighting everything that you're going through. You want to be able to see this in advance and kind of predict it in advance. Tell me about this Justice card. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So with the Justice card in reverse being clarified with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, what you want is out there and it will be balanced. It's just right now you're not allowing this old chapter to close to allow something new that'll be much more balanced and much more in line with your desires and your lifestyle to come in. Tell me about this Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords in reverse is being clarified with the Queen of Swords. Again, this is all about releasing. This is you taking these steps to release what's been happening, what you've been going through. And it feels like you've been going through this for, I would say, a long period of time, but take that as it resonates. Long can mean different things to different people, but I'm getting at least 6 months out of this, that this is something where you're not taking this situation lightly. You're putting in a lot of energy into this kind of healing process and releasing process. You've been moving, typical Virgo, you're moving at a very slow pace. So the Seven of Wands is being clarified with the World in reverse. This is a real fear for you that this is never going to end, that you're always going to be in a position where you have to justify everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying. It's a real fear for you. And it feels like that's how you've been living for so long, that you don't really see that there's another way to live, that you don't really see that there is a better way out there that's much more in line with what you want. So the Magician with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So again, this is all very much in the mind right now. This is not something that you're actioning. This is not something that you're taking any forward movement. You're not doing it at the moment. And I don't see you doing it in the near future either. But when you do make the decision, you're going to go full in, all in. All right, Virgo, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.